Hello everyone, I'm Ankur Chaudhary from Hitbullseye.com, and in this session we'll be covering current affairs from India and across the world from the dates 1st of December 2016 till 15th of December 2016. So these are the broad areas that I'll be covering during the course of this presentation. First is our feature story. I'll be covering this in more detail. This one is the Swavlamban Health Insurance Scheme launched by the central government for the benefits of people with disabilities or PWD. Next, certain sports news, international news, business, politics, government schemes and policies, India and the world, science and technology, and some other miscellaneous news. So let's understand what Swavlamban Health Insurance Scheme is all about. This scheme is a health insurance scheme for the PWD or people with disability. This was launched on October 2nd, 2015. Let's see the features of this scheme. The implementing agency is a large PSU called New India Assurance. The monitoring agency is the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, which is under the Ministry of Social Justice. Various features are: the premium are highly subsidized at rupees only 357 per beneficiary. The sum insured in case of any problems is rupees 2 lakhs for a year. People who are eligible can be between the ages of 0 to 65 years. A person with disabilities family is also insured. It includes spouse and up to 2 children, which are also covered under this health insurance scheme. In case the person with disability is a minor, the parents of such a person are also insured. Another eligibility criteria is the family income should not exceed 3 lakh rupees per annum. Another very important feature of this scheme is there are no pre-medical tests that are involved. This is of course a feature of other insurance schemes. So this is the major advantage of Swavlamban Health Insurance Scheme. It has some OPD benefits also, outpatient department at rupees 10,000 per annum for PWD. PWD and 3,000 per annum for mentally retarded people. Next, the Swavlamban Health Insurance Scheme provides a cashless health facilities. It has selected a network of hospitals which will provide free and cashless treatment. These hospitals will of course get the reimbursement from the government under this scheme. PWD getting treatment outside the network must get the consent and approval of New India Assurance. So that is a kind of a limitation, because if a person goes to a hospital which is outside the network, then he has to get an approval from New India. Next, however, in case of emergencies, some relaxation has been provided. The person can be admitted in another hospital without prior approval. Next, we move on to the world of sports. Smriti Mandhana, she is the opener for the Indian women's cricket team. She became the only Indian in the ICC's first ever women's team of the year. Next is a major news from the world of football. Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal won the Ballon d'Or award for 2016. This award is given to the footballer of the year by the international body, that is FIFA. Now Lionel Messi of Argentina has 5 such awards. Cristiano Ronaldo is second behind him with 4 such awards. Next is Pankaj Advani from India, won the IBSF World Billiards Championship for a record 12th time. IBSF is obviously the International Billiards and Snooker Federation. Next one is another good news for Indian women's cricket rather. India clinched the Women's T20 Asia Cup 2016 after defeating Pakistan in Bangkok, right? So in some questions, some papers you might, a question might be related to where was the final held, right? Next is Mercedes driver Nico Rosberg announced his retirement from Formula 1. This was right after he won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Next one of course is from the world of chess. Magnus Carlsen, the chess grandmaster from Norway, beat Russian grandmaster Sergei Karjakin to clinch his 3rd consecutive World Chess Championship. In the years 2014 and 2015, he beat our very own Vishwanathan Anand to clinch these titles. Next is Hashim Mansoor, a 7-year-old boy from Kashmir's Bandipora district, won the gold medal at the Asian Youth Karate Championship, which were held in New Delhi. Next, we have some international news. The first one is BRICS countries, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. They have signed an agreement to share tax information to ensure the fairness of international tax systems. Next, we have a new Prime Minister in France, that is Bernard Cazeneuve. Next, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, won the Readers' Poll for the Times Person of the Year award. However, the editors of this magazine hold the right to finally select the person, and finally they selected US President-elect Donald Trump. So even though Modi won the maximum number of votes from its readers, but the editors finally went with Donald Trump. Next, it is very important, a former Portuguese PM, that is Mr. Antonio Guterres. He was sworn in as the UN Secretary General at the UN headquarters, which are located in New York. Mr. Guterres takes over from Ban Ki-moon, who was from South Korea. The world's longest tunnel, the 57-kilometer long Gotthard-based tunnel, opened for operation in Switzerland. This, of course, is a tunnel located in Switzerland and goes under the Swiss Alps. Next, we have a new Prime Minister in Italy as well, right? And the person's name is Paolo Gentiloni. New Zealand also has a new Prime Minister. The person's name is Bill English. He takes over from John Key. Next, we have a news related to the Russian president, that is Vladimir Putin. He has been named as the world's most powerful person by the Forbes magazine, which is based out of USA, for the 4th consecutive year. Right? Our own Prime Minister was ranked 9th on this particular list. Next is another important news. India has surpassed Russia, France, Japan and Saudi Arabia to become the world's 4th largest defense spender according to Jane's Defense Budget Reports of 2016. So it is very important for you to know which is the body which is publishing such reports. Next is our very own Priyanka Chopra has been selected as the new UNICEF Global Goodwill Ambassador to promote child rights across the world. Next, Malaysia has a new king called Sultan Muhammad V. Next, in the international news section, the EU has signed a deal with Cuba on political dialogue and cooperation. As far as Cuba is concerned, it was quite isolated as far as international relations. So this deal marks an inclusion of Cuba in the broad international political scenario. Next, we have Japan, which has launched a spaceship carrying a 700-meter long electromagnetic tether to pull some of the space debris from Earth's orbits out of the atmosphere. Now, there are certain satellites which become defunct after, let us say, serving for 5 or 10 years. These satellites are not brought down, not every satellite is brought down, and these satellites keep orbiting the Earth. They slowly disintegrate into debris or smaller pieces. It is very important for us to pull these debris down because it inhibits our ability to send more satellites into space, and as there is a risk of collision of new satellites with the old debris. Next, due to rising pollution levels, Paris implemented an odd-even scheme, and also it allowed commuters to use public transport for free due to rising pollution levels. Thailand also has a new king. Thailand's Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn was formally proclaimed as King Rama X, the 10th king of the Chakri dynasty. The previous king passed away. His name was Bhumibol Adulyadej. Next, some important news from the world of corporate and business general knowledge. So Yes Bank has tied up with grocery delivery startup, that is Grofers, to deliver up to rupees 2,000 cash to customers when they order groceries worth a minimum of 1,000 rupees online. Right? This is obviously in the context of demonetization. Next is e-commerce major, that is Amazon, launched its global startup program called Launchpad in India. The Launchpad program is an international program by Amazon wherein it showcases around 400 products only from startups across the world. Right? So it is basically there to give a boost or encourage startups in India. Amazon has launched its second in-house private fashion label, right? So Amazon generally sells goods made by other companies. However, in this case, women's ethnic wear will be made by Amazon under this brand name called Mix. Right. Next, we have Snapdeal owned digital payments platform, that is Freecharge, has tied up with Mumbai Police for digitally collecting traffic fines from offenders. Right. Again, this is also a news in the context of demonetization. So next up is another important news from the world of Indian corporates. Bengaluru-based aerospace startup, that is Team Indus, has become the first private entity to secure a dedicated PSLV from ISRO. Now, Google has organized a competition across the world in which the competition's name is X Prize. Right? So, Google will give $20 million to any private company which is able to land a robot or a rover on the surface of the moon, and that rover or the robot is able to move for a minimum of 500 meters. Such a team which does it first will be the winner, and India's Team Indus is the only Indian company to be participating in that particular competition. Next, some important news from the world of politics. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Ms. J. Jayalalitha passed away. She had been appointed as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for a record 6 times. The first time she was sworn in, it was in 1991. In her place, O. Paneerselvam became sworn in as the CM of Tamil Nadu. Next, another important news, CBI arrests former Air Force Chief SP Tyagi along with his cousin and a lawyer in the procurement of 12 VVIP helicopters from UK based company, that is Augusta Westland. Now, it is alleged that they received kickbacks or bribes amounting to rupees 440 crores to change the specifications as were desired by the Indian Air Force to suit Augusta Westland's need. Next is B.R. Ambedkar's birth anniversary, that is 14th April, to be now observed as Water Day. Next important news is that Cho S. Ramaswamy, he was a renowned journalist, lawyer and a politician. He passed away in the state of Tamil Nadu. Next, the Supreme Court made it mandatory that the national anthem should be compulsorily played at all cinema halls. So there was a lot of hue and cry regarding this news. Some people protested that this is violating their fundamental right of freedom. They should have a choice on whether to stand on the national anthem or not. Because the Supreme Court has also said that if anyone who is not standing in the during the national anthem, that person is liable to be punished. Next, we have a few important government schemes. First one is Hailakandi in Assam becomes the first district to pay cashless wages to tea garden workers. Right. Next is another campaign that has been launched by the President of India, that is 100 million for 100 million campaign. It is organized by Kailash Satyarthi. He of course won the Nobel Prize in 2015. His foundation, that is Children's Foundation to end child labor, child slavery and violence against children. Now, in light of demonetization, a number of schemes have been launched, a number of measures have been taken to ensure a smooth transition to a cashless economy. So next news is related to that. This is Cash Mukt Bharat Abhiyan helpline. It is a nationwide toll-free helpline. The number is 14444. It will be launched to provide support related to cashless transactions. Next one is also related to this. A TV channel has been launched by the Government of India called Digishala. It is there to educate people or increase awareness regarding digital payments or cashless transactions. Next, a number of incentives were launched by the central government to promote a digital and cashless economies. Right? Some of these were a 0.75% discount on purchase of petrol, diesel through digital means. Second, deployment of 2 point of sale devices, that is POS, in 1 lakh villages with a population of less than 10,000 people. Third, discount of up to 0.5% for monthly or seasonal tickets from January 1st, 2017 is if the payment is made digitally. Next, some benefits for railway passengers as well. The railway passengers buying online tickets shall be given free accidental insurance cover of up to rupees 10 lakhs. Next, we talk about certain major happenings from India and the world, especially related to India's relation with other countries and international bodies. First one is India and Vietnam signed a civil nuclear cooperation agreement. This agreement will allow India to export or import nuclear technology related to nuclear power plants or nuclear energy generation from Vietnam. Next is an important news. According to 2016 Global Terrorism Index, India was ranked 7th amongst 163 countries and the list of most impacted by terrorism in 2015. Right? This particular index is released by a Sydney-based think tank, that is Institute for Economics and Peace. Right? So it is important again here to know which report, the rank, and the body which publishes this index. Right? The 6th Ministerial Conference of Heart of Asia Summit was held in Amritsar. So around 40 delegates from Asia descended in Amritsar to talk about major issues affecting the Asian countries. In the final statement that they released, terrorism was given the prime focus, and it is said that terrorism is the biggest threat that these countries face. India signed a 5,000 crore deal with the US to buy 145 M777 lightweight howitzer guns for the army. Right? So these are cannons used in artillery. Next is the news from the world of science and technology. Right? So ISRO has successfully launched ResourceSat 2A on board the PSLV C36 launcher. Right? This was launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. Right? So ResourceSat is a remote sensing satellite. It will help India to explore its mineral deposits and other sources. Next, we have a new element with the atomic number 113, that is called nihonium, which was added to the periodic table. Lastly, we have some miscellaneous news. Navy Day was celebrated recently on December the 4th. It celebrates the various achievements of the Indian Navy. Next, we have the Border Security Force, which is the world's largest border guarding force. It celebrated its 51st anniversary of Raising Day. Next up, we have the Hornbill Festival, which was celebrated in the Naga heritage village of Kisama. It coincides with the Nagaland Statehood Day. So hope you find this video helpful in your preparation. For more such videos, log on to hitbullseye.com, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel called Hitbullseye. Thank you very much.